Let's start with example 2. Remember, you're supposed to scribble out this no remainder part because all of these are going to have a remainder. That was a typo on my part. Okay, so with long division here, we want to draw our division bar. We're going to put the first expression inside. Okay, 6x cubed plus 18x squared. That's another typo, guys. Sorry, that should say 18x squared plus 18x plus 14. And then we're going to write our second expression, whatever we're dividing by, we're going to write that outside, 3x plus 6. Okay, I don't think I mentioned this in the last video. Long division works all the time when we're dividing polynomials. Okay, that's why I'm showing it to you first. We're going to see another method in the next lesson that some people like more, but it only works in certain cases. So if you don't want to remember when you can use something and when you can't, just use long division. Okay. So now we're going to try to make this first number be multiplied by something to give us our first term. And remember that inside this division bar, you want to write those x's in order. Okay. So if your original is given to you with the x cubed at the end, you're going to want to rewrite it in this step so that it's in standard form with highest exponents and the next highest and the next highest, and then your constant at the end. All right, so 3x, what can we multiply it by to get 6x cubed? Well, from 3 to 6, we can multiply by 2. And then to get our x to be x cubed, we could multiply by x squared. Okay, so now 2x squared times 3x, we're going to write that right underneath, 6x cubed. And then now we'll multiply our 6 also times 2x squared, and we're going to write it underneath whichever term it has the matching, whichever term has the matching exponent. Okay, so 6 times 2x squared gives us 12x squared, so we're going to write it right under here. The reason why I say to write it underneath the same one is so that it makes it easier when you're subtracting. Now is where we subtract, right? Subtract. 6x cubed minus itself cancels out just like we wanted. 18x squared minus 12x squared gives us 6x squared. And then we're going to go ahead and drop these two terms down. We haven't used them quite yet. 18x plus 14. And let's repeat the process. Okay, what can we multiply 3x by to get this first 6x squared term? We can multiply it by 2 again. 2x. Okay. And we're going to keep moving, 6x squared, and then take your 2x, multiply it by 6, and write it underneath whichever term has the matching variable or degree. Okay, 2x times 6 gives us 12x, so we're going to write that underneath 18x. Now we are going to subtract again. I'm going to put parentheses around it so that we're being super careful. 6x squared minus itself cancels out. Okay, gives us 0. 18x minus 12x gives us 6x. Okay, and then 14, this is technically, there's like a 0 here, right? 14 minus 0 is still going to give us 14. So the question of can we keep going? We want to look and see, is there any integer, any number, and any variable combination, any term we can multiply 3x by to give us 6x? Yes. Okay, we can do 3x times 2. Okay, so we're going to write plus a 2 up here, positive 2. And then we're going to multiply. 2 times 3x gives us 6x. 2 times 6 is going to give us 12. All right, and then now let's subtract one last time. Put parentheses around it. Subtract 6x minus itself gives us 0. 14 minus 12 gives us 2. Okay, is there anything that we can multiply 3x by to give us 2? No, there is not. Okay, so that's going to be our remainder, meaning that our answer is going to be the following. Okay, look at your answer, 2x squared. 2x squared plus 2x plus 2. And then we have this remainder, right? We're going to write that remainder as a fraction, 2 over our outside expression, 3x plus 6. There we go. So what's nice about long division is it's the same thing over and over again. And so once you get familiar with the pattern or the algorithm, it's called the division algorithm, you're going to be smooth sailing. Pause the video and give this one a try. Okay, hopefully you set this one up okay if you're having trouble doing that. That 3x plus 5 is your denominator. It's going to go outside, and then your numerator is going to go inside. We want to make sure that whatever we're writing inside has those exponents in order, x cubed, x squared, x to the first, and our constant, so we're good to just copy it down as is. 9x cubed plus 21, x squared plus 16x plus 11, and we're going to repeat the process. All right, I'm going to work through this instead of narrating every step. You see if you can follow along. Okay. Now we're going to subtract. (21 minus 15x squared). Copy these two down. And then repeat the process. Okay, 3x times positive 2x. 2x times 5. Notice how I'm lining these up with those variables that match. Now we are going to subtract. Okay, 6x squared minus itself gives us 0. We're left with 6x. Go ahead and carry down this 11. And let's see if we can do it one more time. Okay, 6x. To get that, we need to multiply 3x times 2. And we're going to multiply both terms times 2, and then now we're going to subtract one final time. And we get a remainder of 1. So our answer is going to be 3x squared plus 2x plus 2. We're going to have our remainder 1 over our outside expression, 3x plus 5. Okay. Next couple of examples. These will have remainders, but the remainders are going to be a little bit more involved. I believe that both of these remainders that we're about to go through are going to have some negatives with them, so we're going to see how we can carefully simplify those. Okay. Notice first off that these terms are not in order. Okay, we have a 20x to the fourth in the middle here, so what I'm going to do first is rewrite. Okay, negative 20x to the fourth plus 10x cubed plus 9x squared plus 2x minus 11. Okay, and now I'm going to draw my fraction bar, or not fraction bar, division bar, and get going. Okay, negative 5x squared plus 1, negative 20x to the fourth plus 10x cubed plus 9x squared plus 2x minus 11. This one's going to be super fun. Okay, what can we multiply negative 5x squared to get negative 20x to the fourth? We want to multiply by a positive 4x squared, right? Negative 20x to the fourth, and then multiply the 1 by that. And so this is where we want to be careful when we're lining up, okay? So 1 times 4x squared is going to give us 4x squared. So I'm going to leave a little space, and I'm going to write that 4x squared right here. Okay, that's a plus sign. Now we are going to subtract very carefully. Negative 20x to the fourth minus itself, that's going to cancel out. Then we have to go here, all right? Remember that this is kind of like saying plus 0x cubed. So 10x cubed minus 0 gives us 10x cubed. 9x squared minus 4x squared gives us 5x squared. And let's go ahead and drop down these couple. Plus 2x minus 11. And then let's do it again. What can we multiply negative 5x squared by to get 10x cubed? We want a negative 2x. And then let's perform our multiplication. We'll get 10x cubed, and then 1 times negative 2x. We get negative 2x, so we want to write that out underneath the term with the matching variable. And then we have 0x squared in here. Okay. Let's go ahead and subtract very carefully. Okay, these cancel. We end up with 5x squared. 2x minus negative 2x gives us plus 4x. Then we're going to go ahead and carry down this minus 11. Okay. So make sure you're staying super organized with that work. Otherwise, you can really make your life difficult. Okay. Let's see if we can do it again. Negative 5x squared. To get positive 5x squared, we want to multiply it by negative 1. And then 1 times negative 1 will give us a negative 1. And then we're going to write it over underneath the constant. Let's subtract. Okay, these cancel. Remember, we have like a 0x in here. 4x minus 0 is going to give us 4x. Negative 11 minus negative 1 is going to give us negative 10, right? So can we do this again? We have 4x and we have negative 5x squared. What can we multiply negative 5x squared to get 4x? Nothing, right? This has a x to the first power. This is x squared. There's nothing that's going to work. Okay, we have to stop. We have to stop here. So this is going to be our remainder. Ignore that bell. I'm at school right now. And okay, let's write out our answer. All right, so our answer is going to be this thing up here, 4x squared minus 2x minus 1. And then plus our remainder, which is 4x minus 10, as a fraction over the original outside term, negative 5x squared plus 1. Okay. And there you go. I'm fine if you just leave it like that. Pause the video, give this last one a try. All right. If you got this answer, negative 2x squared plus 2x plus 6 plus, I believe, negative 6x plus 1 over negative x squared plus 2x minus 3. That should check out to be your answer. If you would like to see this problem worked out in full, I'm going to post a separate video for that. Okay, if you're good with this, take a look at your practice. Let me know what questions you have. Stick around, watch the next video if you need to see this one worked out.